So here is another box of books from one called The Book Folks. I think in here we have mostly new releases. This is Cheryl Reese Price's fifth book in the D.I. Winter Meadows series. I think we might have mentioned this before. This is a replacement copy. Set around Dinas Rock in the Brecons, where a body is found in an old slate mine, and Cheryl, as you'll see from the profile we did of her, researches these locations very well to a great extent in her books, and so quite an authentic view of Wales there. Rite of Sanctuary, another Welsh mystery. This one is about a detective whose sister is taken in by a cult, and she looks for help trying to get her sister out of it, but ends up having to go it alone very much. Lethal Justice. Now this again is the fifth book, I think, in Robert McCracken's series. With D.I. Tara Grogan, mostly set in Liverpool but also Belfast. And in this book there is also another secret religious organisation, so a bit of a theme emerging there. This is David Pearson's. This is actually the first book in his Dublin Homicide series. We've just brought out Plain Dead. Where is it? Here it is. That's not actually in this box, but A Plain Dead is absolutely superb. It's a really good one. A man is found dead on a plane as he arrives in Dublin, and get to the bottom of that. That's the first book in the series. So start at the beginning if you like. Most of these books are actually standalone, so you don't have to have read the first one to enjoy them, but you might want to enjoy the whole series from start to finish. Robert McNeill's A View to Murder. Nice picture of Salisbury Crags here, which if you've been following our blog and the profiles we've been doing of authors there, you'll see that we visited Salisbury Crags. In this, someone falls off here and falls off or is pushed. That's kind of the theme of the book. Very enjoyable, fast-paced, sort of police procedural murder mystery type thing. Sabina Manea's Murder in Kentish Town. This is the third book in her series about Lucia Steer, who's a used to be a lawyer turned sort of civilian assistant to the police, and she's a lot smarter than her boss, and takes to solving crimes herself. In this case, a young woman who is found dead in a bathtub, and the question is who out of the literary book club is responsible for topping her off, if anyone. Burning Suspicion. Now this is by James Andrew. Readers will know that his previous books have been about Yorkshire, historical mysteries of Yorkshire. This is set closer to home in the Highlands, around Inverness, Aberdeen, that kind of area. If you go on our blog, the latest author profile we've done is of James Andrew, so you can find out a lot more about him and his literary inspirations there. This is a cracking mystery, so a bit of a domestic angle there too, where a house is burnt down and a sort of family begin to tear themselves apart, suspecting one another of being guilty. This book is actually a book we published some time ago. Quite pleased to see this now in print. It's actually one of the few books that isn't fictional that we published. Fans of Pete Brassett will find this very interesting. It's a memoir essentially of his childhood and his relationship with his father, which is quite a sad story, but a very touching and moving one too. And readers who are interested in Pete Brassett will be pleased to hear that tomorrow, that is Sunday the 7th of November, so if you're watching this sometime on, obviously it'll be in the past, but we're producing a profile of the author, so you'll be able to find out more about him there. But definitely get hold of this; it's well worth a read. And last but not least, our new signing, Vanessa Garbin, which again is very exciting. It's exciting to see this book because we've given it a whole new look. You see the sexy little line there, it'll make you go weak at the knees. This is set in Australia, and it is what we're calling a domestic or a psychological thriller about a group of close friends who decide to hold a key party, a partner swapping party, and essentially how their lives gradually unravel as a result of that. You'll see in here that the typesetting is slightly different. We've normally used Garamond. This uses a new font which I think is Minion. It's quite sharp and clear, and I like it a lot, so that's very exciting. So those are the books. Now you can order these directly from Amazon, or you can go on our website, which we've already shown you, thebookfolks.com. So our latest releases tend to be up here, so the 4 most recent ones will be here, and generally these are at 99p. I don't think Nicola Clifford's Right of Sanctuary is still, and then as we put out new ones, they end up here, so you can see some of the others that we've mentioned there too. Click on the book and you'll find the Kindle link and the paperback link. You'll also be able to look at the book on Goodreads there and see what others have been saying about the books. You'll find it's all very positive. And really, here's the blog, yeah. So this is, for instance, the profile of James Andrew, which we've most recently done, and tomorrow the one of Pete Brassett will be appearing there and on Facebook. Do follow us on Facebook because it's the best way to get the latest news, and you'll also find regular special offers and so on there. Find out about our authors here, a little bit about us there. All of the books you can search by your preferences, so if you're fond of Irish, Scottish, Welsh, what have you. That's about it. Enjoy.